As we prepare for meditation, we breathe, we breathe, we breathe, being present to what is. Breathe, my body, breathe, my thoughts, breathe, my feelings, breathe, my relationships, breathe, my life, the world and the universe. We breathe, we're awake, we're awake, breathe, we're alive, breathe, we're conscious, breathe, we're here now. We breathe into the silence, we breathe into the music, we breathe into the breath itself. Oh, we breathe. We breathe, we breathe, we breathe, we breathe to what is. Reunite, breathe, my body, breathe, my thoughts, breathe, my feelings, breathe, my relationships, breathe, my life, the world and the universe. We breathe, we're awake. We're alive, breathe, we're alive, breathe, we're conscious, breathe, we're here now. We lean into the silence, we breathe into the music, breathe into the breath itself. Oh, we breathe, oh, we breathe. Oh, we breathe. Oh, we breathe. God breathing itself as us. Oh, we breathe. Oh, we all wake. We breathe, we all breathe.
It is often said that prayer is when we speak to God, and that meditation is when God speaks to us. In this moment, we simply dissolve the to and the from and simply know the is. God is. Right here and right now, there is no external force or power that we need to speak to or that needs to speak to us. As our Declaration of Principles says, we believe in the direct revelation of spiritual truth, awareness, and revelations through our own intuitive and spiritual nature. We recognize that because God is all there is, our thoughts are God's thoughts. Our intuition is the universe communicating to itself, through itself, as itself. And so we focus on this truth. As our Declaration of Principles says, we believe in the direct revelation of spiritual truth, awareness, and revelations through our own intuitive and spiritual nature. We recognize that because God is all there is, our thoughts are God's thoughts. Our intuition is the universe, communicating to itself, through itself, as itself. And so we focus on this truth. this inhalation and this exhalation. God breathing itself as us. There is no separation. Only God, this breath, right here, right now. This divine example of yin, yang, inhale, exhale, rise, fall, give, receive, in, out. God breathing itself, this breath, God. This inhale, God. This exhale, God. This entire process of circulation, respiration, God. Which means even this meditation, God. And so we breathe and we know. this inhalation and this exhalation. God breathing itself as us. There is no separation. Only God, this breath, right here, right now. This divine example of yin, yang, inhale, exhale, rise, fall, give, receive, in, out. God breathing itself, this breath, God. This inhale, God. This exhale, God. This entire process of circulation, respiration, God. Which means even this meditation, God. And so we breathe, and we know.
We believe, we believe, this is what we believe. We believe that God is the Almighty living Spirit, absolute oneness, it is indestructible, and as an absolute it is self-existent causation. This one power manifests itself in, through, and as all creation. But it cannot be diminished, lessened, or absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe can be called the body of God. This is the logical and necessary expression of the infinite self-knowingness of God. We believe, we believe, we believe. This is what we believe. Oh, we believe, believe, we believe. Oh, this is what we believe. Ooh, we believe. Oh, we believe that God is the Almighty living Spirit, absolute oneness, it is indestructible, and as an absolute it is self-existent causation. This one power manifests itself in, through, and as all creation. But it cannot be diminished, lessened, or absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe can be called the body of God. This is the logical and necessary expression of the infinite self-knowingness of God. We believe, we believe. This is what we believe. We believe. This is what we believe. We believe. give. Our consciousness, our being, open at the bottom, open at the top. We're not simply one with God, but we are it itself. It will never stop. SIA, our spiritual center, family and home. It's where we come to practice and remember there is only one life, one mind, one infinite, eternal, self-existent. 'Cause we pause, embodying all that we are. We shine like a glorious star. Our consciousness, our being, open at the bottom, open at the top. We're not simply one with God, but we are it itself. It will never stop. SIA, our spiritual center, family and home. It's where we come to practice and remember there is only one. Spirituality is our way of life. We value laughter, truth and justice. We express artistry as our living practice. So come and join us at SIA. Know you found a community that will love you every day.
Namaste, greetings and blessings, and welcome to the Center for Spiritually Integrated Arts. This is our Sunday message, and I am Reverend Dr. Raymond Anderson, the founder and spiritual director of this center. And I invite you to watch not only this Sunday message, but any of our archived messages. I invite you to join any classes or events that we have going on. I invite you to reach out and email if you have any questions. Questions about this community, questions about me, questions about what we do, or questions about this science of mind and spirit, liberation theology that we practice and teach. And if by chance you find yourself seeking beloved community with other like-minded beings, even if you already belong, are a member of another community, church, or center, you are more than free to have multiple affiliations wherever you are fed and find community. You are invited. And lastly, feel free to click like, subscribe, and share this or any other message or announcements with others in your circle. And with that, much appreciation, love, and blessings. Enjoy the message.
SIA is the place to be. So buckle up, we're making history. And if you are willing, repeat after me. I am love. I am love. I am joy. I am divine. I am divine. Feels good, right? Now today's message begins.
Namaste and greetings. Here we are in August. The theme for the month, the fear and the furious. Today we are talking about anger as a force for change. So the question is, what if anger is not something that we need to specifically try to fix, but rather understand it as a signal to help us understand and to explore whatever this thing is, to explore it further, to identify what exactly it is that needs our attention. Just like I smell smoke, I hear the fire alarm. It's a signal that something's going on. You hear that? You hear that bell? That's the neighborhood weep, weep to let you know something. I don't know what it lets you know, but it lets you know something. It's a signal. You're driving down the street and you hear the sirens. Woo, 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 woo. It's a signal. Time for you to pull over. Get out of the way. Anger is a signal. See, oftentimes anger is misunderstood and anger is vilified. It's the enemy. But what if anger is neutral, like fire? And anger, when controlled and when contained in effective ways, then anger, like fire, can be a very helpful tool. So this week we are going to explore how can we honor our anger and still choose love? Both and. Angry, yet loving. Because they don't have to be opposites or in opposition. So join in as we explore anger as a vital force for transformation. Now, if we're going to understand, then we need to know the difference. Just like, do you know the difference between a smoke alarm and what it sounds like, a fire drill alarm, a doorbell, a police siren? Each of them has a very distinct sound. Do you know the difference? Can you distinguish the difference? Are we able to distinguish the difference of what is anger? Like, what is it? We talk about it. I'm angry. I am so angry. But what is it? What is it, Linda? What is it? Linda, what is it? Anger is a natural, intense emotional state that is characterized by hostility, and these are the stereotypes, antagonism, frustration toward some perceived or actual provocation, some form of unfairness, or possible threat. Anger is a basic human emotion that triggers the sympathetic nervous system's fight or flight response because it prepares the body to go into action, whatever that action may be. We good so far? Okay. So this thing called anger, if we were to ask who or what makes you angry or mad, who or what causes you to feel anger or feel mad, is there a difference between that? Is there another way to more clearly articulate, to effectively describe what it is that you feel? See, it's easy to say angry or mad, but I mean, like, I was livid. Is that different? I was enraged. Is that different? Does it offer a different kind of clarity to say I was exasperated arguing with the AI? Oh, she was steaming while she was on the phone. I know she was seeing red. Are we able to articulate in different words? Yes, linguistic convenience, but does it convey a nuance? Because see, we have all of these words, and if one word was good enough, then we would probably just use one word. But we have gradations of. We have many spices in the spice cabinet. Pepper and salt aren't the only things we have to use. Angry and mad aren't the only ones we have use of. So in the spectrum, if we were to be asked, where are you? Annoyed, irate? Because see, very often we pigeonhole anger and see it as a very boxed single emotion versus recognizing that anger, like many emotions, exists on a spectrum. The clearer we are in our ability to identify where on the spectrum I feel, the easier it is to know what to do with it, how to do whatever with it. Does it make sense? Think of it like an electrician. Depending on how much electricity is flowing through either someone's home, a power box on a telephone pole, or whatever, the electrician knows, based upon where the electricity is and what it modifies how I react to it, how I prepare for it, because it's a very different thing. When we understand anger in a greater expanse, not just a single, it gives us greater access and abilities. Now, a key thing to know about this thing called anger is, while yes, it is a very effective tool when channeled correctly or effectively, chronic, unregulated anger is dangerous because it can cause any of the things that you see on your screen. Now, what's the difference? Anger that is channeled in a healthy and effective way, sacred anger, righteous anger, flows through. It does not stay. Chronic, unregulated anger stays. Have you ever had a sink in your bathroom or kitchen stopped up and you had to go get Drano or, get a snake and, do the little thing, or your toilet was stopped up and you had to plunge it? Okay. Its natural state is to flush.
to turn the faucet on and the water goes down through the pipes and away. But if it gets stopped up and it stays stopped up, it overflows. No one wants their toilet to overflow. It gets messy. You don't want your sink to overflow. Because while it does get messy, it's a different kind of mess. But nonetheless, chronic unregulated anger gets stuck in our bodies. And then any number of these or other things is the result. So referencing anger, there are many common definitions. Anger or being furious, feeling or showing intense displeasure or wrath. One can be said to be mad, meaning insane or irrational, right? But mad can also be enthusiastic, such as used informally to describe someone who is highly passionate about something. Ray goes mad when a new Marvel project is released. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay? So once again, simply using a word without the context, without the energy, falls flat. As Sherlock Holmes said, anyone who thinks me to be mad, meaning insane, shall themselves be mad, angry, upon learning that I am quite sane. So someone can be said to be mad, meaning eccentric, foolish, as well as any number of the insane, crazy, unhinged, etc. We all have the ability to transcend previous experiences and rise triumphant above them. But we shall never triumph over them while we persist in going through the old mental reactions. Remix. We all have the ability to heal previous experiences and rise and greet each new moment authentically, effectively, and in a way that is life-affirming. But we shall never heal them while we persist in repeating the same old mental equivalents. Is that why we get angry or mad? Because we're repeating the same old, because we're repeating the same old, because we're repeating the same old, because we're repeating the same old. Oh, that sounded like a broken record there for a second, didn't I? Because see, therein lies the problem. Many of us do exactly that. We repeat the same ineffective mental equivalents, which is why many of the things that irk us and irritate us and agitate us never get transcended, because we haven't changed. And if we haven't changed, then the triggers that trigger that emotion wouldn't change, haven't changed, didn't change, can't change. It was never intended that we should go through life filled with fear, doubt, and uncertainty. Remix. There is no anthropomorphic God setting or establishing its intentions for us. So we can say that it was never our intention that we should go through life filled with fear, doubt, and uncertainty. And yet, many times, that's exactly what we do. And when we do, we are invited to apply what we are here studying and integrating. So, what is your intent? What is your intention? Love, joy, peace, happiness? Then what are you doing to manifest it? If it is your intention to not let whatever that is bother you, AI on the phone, then what do you need to put into place to change that? Or are you okay with allowing a computer generated voice to unbalance you? There are all sorts of ways in this thing called life where we feel stuck in a maze. We are trying to calculate a course and our GPS is not getting us, we lost signal, whatever, it's not working. We have a compass, but I don't know how to read a compass, or I'm following the compass, but there's or there's an unexpected, or it could be an expected death, transition of someone that we love. And any of these things can stoke fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And that's fine. It is normal. It is natural. But the question is, based upon what we study, how we integrate, and how we apply, do these things stay stuck in or do they flow? Does it show up and then transcend, heal, fade? And it may show up again, like grief. Grief comes and goes in waves. But do we know how to process it so it doesn't stay and get stuck and become chronic fear, chronic uncertainty, and chronic doubt? We must give ourselves time to work out all problems. If we do work them out here, it should be if we do not. If we do not work them out here, we shall hereafter. Yep, remix. So it may sound like Dr. Holmes is suggesting that our problems will follow us into some next iteration of life, which is like the traditional view of karma. The more present reality of this is that each new day will simply hand down or carry on the problems of yesterday until such time that we resolve and heal them. Just like when we were in school, any homework that wasn't completed on Monday night was there waiting for us on Tuesday. If the ceiling is leaking on Monday, I don't feel like dealing with it. Then come Tuesday, the ceiling's still leaking. Well, I mean, it may not be right now because it may not be raining, but the issue isn't fixed. So it's going to reoccur. That's more akin to what he's talking about. So our invitation is, if you're not able to address it right now, it may be grief. It may be too fresh. That's fine. Recognize precisely that. There is this thing that I feel, anger, sadness, whatever that is. I'm aware of it, but I can't do it right now. But I'm aware. And when I am ready, I know where it is. I know how to access it so that I am able to do what I need to do to heal it and transcend it. It's not avoiding it. Avoiding it is going to make us have to repeat it. Who He who, I almost went hee-haw. He who is not angry when there is just cause for anger is immoral. Why? Because anger looks to the good of justice. And if you can live amid injustice without anger, then you are immoral as well as unjust, complicit. So you hear about an Asian gas station owner who shoots an unarmed young black boy in the back over a perceived shoplifting incident. And even if it was, you shot him in the back. And if you are not angry about that injustice, then you too are immoral as well as unjust. If you are not angry about a young black boy being convicted by an all-white jury, white judge, in a case where this isn't justice, it's a system doing what the system was created to do, then you too are immoral and unjust. And note that justice is divine law. So when we are immoral and unjust, we are out of alignment with that aspect of the divine. So what Aquinas is sort of directing, he didn't use these words, but what he's directing us toward is the idea of righteous anger. Now, some people, what do you mean righteous anger? Righteous anger is defined as a passionate, justified reaction to injustices, to cruelty, to oppression, etc. Righteous anger balances passion with moral purpose, acting as a catalyst for positive change rather than destructive rage. Now, the funny thing is, there are a lot of Christians who don't understand this. They say they follow Jesus, but they have no concept of what righteous anger is, because if they did, then they would be living their lives based upon this. They would understand that this example of Jesus flipping tables and whipping folks is righteous anger being demonstrated. But for the sake of those who may not quite understand where I'm going with this, let's do an acronym. Righteous anger is action now generating empowering results. Righteous anger operates to align itself with restorative justice, decolonization, and other forms of how do we get out of this system into a new system, a new way of being that is healthy and effective for all people. So righteous action now generating empowering results is passionate, justified reaction to injustices, to cruelty, to oppression. So where do we see injustice, cruelty, and oppression? Are we passionate about putting that to an end? Or are we operating like Aquinas said, we too are immoral, unjust, and complicit with the system. No useful movements for change have ever sprung out of fervent guilt. Instead, get angry. Anger is useful. Use it for good. It's as simple as that. But are we afraid to use it? Are we afraid to tap in? Or are we afraid to let it flow for fear that it may become chronic, for fear that we may not know how to control it? Peace, love, and happiness begin within ourselves. The suffering that we see out in the world is reflected in the suffering, fear, and anger inside. So when we take care of ourselves, we are taking the first step toward taking care of the world. Physician, heal thyself. See, because when we are anchored and aligned with peace, love, happiness, justice, then we set the example for others how to do the same. So are we taking care of ourselves in this way? Healthy anger is a call out for connection, and it's not out to hurt anybody. Let's say that again. Healthy anger is not out to hurt anybody. Healthy anger is a call out for community, solidarity, connection. Healthy anger calls in. Gather, come on, get together. Bring the family together. Bring the beloved community together. Unhealthy anger, get away. You get away from me, you get away from them, you just get away. Separates and isolates. This is one reason why we can identify a cult very easily. Does the cult welcome connection from all? Does the cult seek to hurt anybody, directly or indirectly? Is it actually building true community, or is it segregated community? When you join us, you must sever all connection with your former family and friends, for they are not of the same cloth that we are. I'm good, then I'm going to go over there with them. But see, we have to be able to know this. We have to be able to recognize this, which means we have to be practicing it. Now, when we do feel anger, even if it's in the moment not righteous anger, but anger just in general, do we know what to do to get it to move through our body so it doesn't become chronic, so that we can get rid of it, so that we can regulate our systems, get that vagus nerve doing what it's supposed to do? So these are some suggestions that, the professionals have said are of benefit, because anger, the energy of it, is not meant to be suppressed. It is not meant to be stuck. It is not meant to be chronic. It is meant to move. So things like intentional walking, Tai Chi, or other fluid movements, drumming, all kinds of things. These are just a few. Deep exhale, sighing, yawning. It's all kind of stuff. Going to the gym. It's all kinds of stuff. Key thing is, do I identify when I feel angry? have I put into place? Let me do this. That's not working for me. There you go. I feel it leaving my body. Because Tracy will tell you, I guarantee it without me saying anything. One of these. Tracy, type into the chat. Which one of these is my immediate go-to? You typing it in the chat? Okay. Put it into practice. All of these, because it helps the energy move, are spiritual practices. Use your anger for good. Anger to people usually means something negative. But anger is like electricity. It's just as powerful and just as useful, but only if you use it intelligently. It can be just as deadly and destructive if you abuse it or misuse it. If we channel it, then we can transform anger into a power that can move the world. Anger to me is a gift. Now, Tracy can tell you, as someone who used to have violent outbursts of anger, because I would suppress it and hold it until that last straw, and then there's Ray ripping his shirt, breaking stuff, kicking chairs, stuff, fussing and cussing, stuff. And that happens when the anger is suppressed, denied, misused, abused, etc. But once I learned how to better connect, identify in advance, that's going to start a fire. And I change it, I am far more likely to be able to recognize my anger as a gift, to be able to tap into the righteousness of it. So I know from experience where and how in that spectrum it impacts me. Do you know how it impacts you? Righteous anger is usually not about oneself. Righteous anger is typically about those that we see being harmed, and we want to help them. In short, righteous anger is a tool of justice, a scythe of compassion, more than simply a reactive emotion. Although it may have its roots deep in our fight or flight desire to protect those in our family or in our particular group who are threatened, it is a chosen response and not simply an uncontrollable reaction. It's a big difference. Righteous anger is chosen. It doesn't just pop. And it's not about one's own besieged self-image or one's own feelings of separation, but rather it's about one's collective responsibility and one's feeling of deep, empowering connection. Am I my brother's keeper? No, I am him and he is me. Am I my sister's keeper? No, I am her and she is me. Am I my gender fluid, non-binary, gender rich, gender expansive sibling. Am I their keeper? No. I am them, and they are me. A world that works for all is collective responsibility for each of us to access our righteous anger and do what is ours to do to help those who are being harmed. To actively embody and engage the science of mind and spirit 4.0 is to use a phrase I have not heard in a while: to catch lightning in a bottle. While this idiom typically is used to mean to capture something that is rare, something that is magical, or to have a specific kind of lucky moment of inspiration and success, it also describes an outcome that is incredibly difficult and highly improbable. I am using it to refer to our ability to channel the raw emotional power of anger and to consciously choose how that energy will be utilized. Science of Mind and Spirit 4.0 tells us to recognize what causes lightning in the first place, to understand what lightning is, what it does, what it can do, and what we can do when we tap into rather than avoid and deny it. There's a specific archetype that represents exactly this that we're talking about. By any chance, do you know who or what that archetype is? In 3, 2, 1. And he's not the only one. There are many other beings who utilize lightning. But this is a great example of how can we access the raw power of it and channel it to do good. That means we have to study, integrate, and apply effectively. Breathe. This week's affirmation, our declaration, I will say it first. And if it resonates with you, I invite you to repeat it with me the second time. I channel my righteous anger into sacred, purposeful action. Together, I channel my righteous anger into sacred, purposeful action. And so it is. And for this week's Thursday night study group, or your own personal journal exercises, number 1. What stirs anger in me? And what do I do when angry? Number 2. What are some examples of out of control anger that I have either witnessed or have engaged in? Describe what it looked like and what it felt like. Number 3. How do fear and uncertainty play into anger for me? How are they connected? How do they overlap? Number 4. What would I suggest to someone regarding how they might use the anger that they feel for good? Is there something that I would suggest? Number 5. When did I or when do I act like a broken record? And what did I or what do I do to change it? How do I pick the needle up, get a new record? And what is my method, technique? And lastly, how would I describe the difference between such things as anger, feeling mad, furious, rage, etc.? And as always, we continue our practices via the art of conversation. This week, have a conversation about various ways that you and the other person that you're talking to could specifically tap into righteous anger. And be as specific as possible in the detailed use of it. Right? Don't just say, well, I would use my righteous anger to fight for more justice. Like how? You go back to school to become a lawyer? You're like, what's the detail? Like, give me more, give me more. Tell me more. I would boycott. Boycott who? For how long? Like detailed use. And breathe. As we close with prayer, recognizing that prayer is our method, our tool, our access point for creating a world that works for all. So in this moment, we simply breathe and align with the energy of change and transformation. The energy of any emotions we may feel. No need to label them as positive or negative. No need to label them as any of that stuff. It is an emotion. How is the emotion being channeled or utilized? Is it being channeled and utilized for something that is life affirming or non-life affirming, like electricity? Is it being used to affirm life or deny life, to harm, to heal or to harm, to help or to hurt? Because even someone can say, love, when out of control and in the hands of or in the body of a narcissist, love becomes toxic and becomes non-life affirming and shows up as such things as jealousy, domestic violence. So we are mindful that every emotion that we feel and its various spectrum of on the continuum, that all exist, but we get to consciously choose how it moves through us, how we use it as a tool to be a beneficial presence here on the planet, to create a world that works for all. And so we breathe and recognize this anger as a gift, as a signal, as a signpost pointing the way. And what we choose to do with that is entirely up to us, as it always has been. The law doing what it always does takes these words, our energy, the activity of our lives, and it returns to us, both individually and collectively, what the consciousness, individually and collectively, is planting in. So we breathe and recognize anywhere there is an uncontrolled fire, we have the ability to extinguish it. Anywhere there is uncontrolled rage, uncontrolled whatever it is, unchecked power, corruption, we have the ability to employ our righteous anger. Action, now generating empowering results. We are the amen of our lives, and every breath a prayer. We breathe and know it is so. And so it is. Breathe. As always, thank you very much for sharing your time, for being here with us, for being part of the team to collectively change and transform the planet and all structures and systems on it. Be well, be blessed. See you sometime during the week, or see you right back here for our second week of August. And what will we be talking about? Could it be fear? Maybe. Love you and appreciate you. See you soon.
Today's message is complete, something to believe, a seed of truth that we can practice if we choose to receive. As we take the science of mind and spirit for it over to every corner of the world where the healing needs to go. We know it's not a secret, can't block behind a door. It's the wisdom that we're living, and love is what we share it for. Now step into the world, be a healing, hopeful beacon. You're walking the path and offering to all who may be seeking. Know it, practice it, live it every day. That's how we heal the consciousness. We wash the ignorance away. Time to heal the world and make the vision come true. No more waiting for someone else to do what we can do. With gratitude, love, and a joy so deep, we have principles, practices, and promises we're all going to keep. Take the teaching out into the busy street, to every stranger and every soul you meet. Dedication to liberation is the key we hold. A story of freedom that's waiting to be told. Right where you are is holy ground. Feel into your rhythm and the sacred sound. You're an incarnation of the divine. You're holy, powerful, and good. And you are called to be that in the world and do what only you could. Know it, practice it, live it every day. That's how we heal the consciousness. We wash the ignorance away. Time to heal the world and make the vision come true. No more waiting for someone else to do what we can do. With gratitude, love, and a joy so deep, we have principles, practices, and promises we're all going to keep. Be the change that you want to see. Unlock the chains and set all life free. From the heart of the city to the jungles and open plains, breaking the cycles of oppression and its heavy chains. It's a revolution of the body, the mind, and the soul. Mending, making, and manifesting the broken parts now finally whole. Know it, practice it, live it every day. That's how we heal the consciousness. We wash the ignorance away. Time to heal the world and make the vision come true. No more waiting for someone else to do what we can do. With gratitude, love, and a joy so deep, we have principles, practices, and promises we're all gonna keep. Right where you are sacred. Right where you are, shining so bright. Right where you are, the divine is expressing. Right where you are, life. So live it every day. Make the vision now come sing. In divine is not far off watching. It is incarnating itself as you. Have an amazing week and know that you are loved.